Hi everyone, I'm Josh, and this is Josh Wright Piano TV. Today I want to talk about a topic that I covered in one of my paid courses, the VIP Masterclass series, and it was one of the first topics to ever be discussed in that group. I think it was all the way back in April or May of 2017. Somebody emailed me and said, Josh, will you talk about how to pace your repertoire selections? So whatever pieces you're playing, how do you pace? How do you choose what level of difficulty each piece that you're playing? How many pieces should you be tackling at once? And I want to refer each of you to a video I recently put out called How to Divide Up Your Practice Sessions. That's going to go over how much time I would suggest spending on technique, sight reading, and your repertoire. But within that repertoire section, I wanted to hone in on some suggestions. Now, these are just suggestions, and depending on your personality, your work ethic, whatever suits you the most, these can be flexible, but these are good suggestions that I've noticed work time and time again within my studio. I like to pace things with 3 different levels of difficulty with most students. I like to have a piece that they can learn and master to a certain degree within about a month or less. Okay, so if it's 2 weeks, you obviously don't want to give them something they can master in one day. That would probably fall a lot closer to the sight reading portion. But something that they can feel like they've accomplished in about a month is a really good thing for keeping momentum in your practice sessions. If you're cycling through at least 12 new pieces a year like that, that's very healthy. That builds up your repertoire. You learn a lot of new material. It keeps your mind stimulated. The next category, there's 3 categories. The second category, I would pace somewhere between the 1 to 3 month range. So choosing a piece that takes you no longer than 3 months to feel like you've really got it. Finally, I will go up to a 6-month time frame for a piece, and if the piece is extremely long, such as 3 movements of a concerto, you can obviously stretch that out to a year. But I don't really like to be giving students pieces that they can't accomplish within 1 year. Sometimes people email me and they say, I've been working on the first Chopin Ballade for 5 years now, and I still don't feel like I'm getting very good at it. And that's very discouraging for me to hear, because I think that's well out of their level if they're not able to get it within 1 year. So try to not choose pieces that you cannot handle within a 6 to 12 month time frame. How many repertoire pieces you work on is up to you, but I've noticed that 2 to 3 repertoire pieces at once usually feels really good. Maybe you choose one from each of those categories. Maybe if you're really ambitious, you stick with 2 pieces in the 6-month range and you're still checking off some easier pieces, or maybe you have several of the 1 to 3 month type pieces. But what I want you to avoid is just sticking in that 1 month range or just sticking in that 6 to 12 month range. Most people, especially adult students that I see, stick to that 6 to 12 month range with every piece they choose, and then they feel like they're not really progressing. They're not really having good momentum in their practice sessions. So these are a few tips that I use with my students. I hope they can help each of you in your studies. If any of you have any questions, my email is josh@joshwrightpiano.com. I'm going to list a couple of links. First, if you don't mind subscribing to the channel, if you've gotten value out of this video or any of my other videos, I've also listed 2 different links. One to my online courses, if you'd like to go deeper with your studies, and one to a free webinar I recently put out called 10 Tips to Take Your Playing to the Next Level, if you would like to view that. Have a great week. Good luck in your practice sessions.